Hi, I'm Mark Vinci. I invented the Ribalizer. Today, we're going to cook some St. Louis style ribs on a charcoal grill. I get a lot of inquiries about, can you use the Ribalizer on charcoal? Yes, as long as you're able to maintain a fairly constant temperature, you're good. But I'm doing St. Louis style, and I've gotten a lot of questions about those also. Mostly because when you buy a rack of St. Louis style ribs, they are gargantuan. And they're not going to fit in the Ribalizer. They're going to eat, unless you just put one rack on top, you're okay. So you need to do a little trimming. It's not that difficult. Online, there's like a billion ways that they'll show you how to do it. You're going to end up with basically what most people would use as a kind of a competition rack of ribs. And so I'm going to slot this so you can see that this is they're going to fit well in here, because if I didn't cut them back, they wouldn't. But to cut them, and you basically have one side that's going to be very even, and then the other side is, when you buy it, it's going to have this giant flap of meat on it, and like a long piece here, and just irregular form. So you're going to want to take this, put it on a cutting board, and you kind of got to do a little work. There's a little bit of cartilage in here, but it's not that difficult. You can kind of eyeball it, because you can feel where the soft kind of meat is without a bone, and then it gets a little cartilagey in one area. You just cut that off. Then you flip it to the other side, and you kind of see it on here. There's a piece of meat that runs across here that's like a flap. You just lay that out and you cut that off. Once you've cut that off, if this has a membrane on it, as you would do with any piece of pork, you just take the membrane off. So I'm going to set this up, and then we'll go deal with charcoal. All right, I'm over at the charcoal grill. This thing it's like a blowtorch over here. So I know I have enough heat. I have it lowered all the way down. There's a fitting in here that'll let me kind of roll it all the way down. So I'm not too concerned about running out of heat, although I have some more charcoal if it starts to dissipate. I have some wood chips. I'm going to slow this down a little bit, just toss some of them on there. Actually, I may just dump some on, just so I don't have to like melt my face while I'm over here. So now I'm ready to drop the Ribalizer on here. Put on your gloves. Set this rack in. Those wood chips are going to burn up relatively quickly. I got the Ribalizer ready. Put it on. I need to get this shut pretty quickly, because you can see I'm starting to become engulfed in smoke. I'm going to shut this because I got the liquid in there. I don't want those wood chips to burn up that fast. So the answer is yes, you can do Ribalizer ribs on your charcoal grill. They will be amazing. And we're just going to let this thing smoke for 45 minutes. If I got to come back and dump a couple of chips on, no big deal. We're going to let it rock. We'll be back. All right, back at the charcoal grill. This thing got really hot. I built a giant bed of coals, probably overdid it, but I don't use charcoal that much, so it's a little bit of a learning curve for me, because I'm more of a gas guy. But we knocked it back a little while ago. I put some, I just dumped more water on it just to slow it down, because it was burning too fast. But right now, we're good. 45 minutes in, we're going to top it off with the lid. And it's percolating away nicely, so top it off, an hour and 15, we're done. All right, back at the charcoal grill. Got those St. Louis styles, they're done. Oh yeah. Nice, steamy, looking good. These are done, look at this. These bones are ready to pull out of here. Oh yeah, see, they're just wiggling around here. They're perfectly done right now. St. Louis style requires a little bit more effort to prepare, to get them a nice square cut, as I described earlier. But these are typically a little more fatty. They have a little more flavor than baby backs. This is unbelievable. You gotta do this at home. I don't see any noticeable difference between gas and charcoal. Now maybe if you use a different wood, or you're using wood chunks, maybe there is something to speak to, but They're delicious. That's not even a question. They got a nice bark on them. But you know, maybe you can bark them better. I don't know. I'm just kind of a novice at charcoal. Maybe those charcoal people out there that do this all the time can speak to this and hit us up on Facebook and let us know why charcoal is better for you. But we'd love to know that. Until then, happy ribalizing.